I'm Alex. This is Code Along with Alex, and we're going to generate values of a random type, or we're going to generate random values of a custom type in Rust. Tried to memorize it and I failed. Let's jump right into it. Create a cargo project called Generate Random Values of a Custom Type. And let's change into that directory. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay. So to start, let's update the cargo.toml and add a dependency on rand, the crate, and we're going to specify the version 0.8.5. And we'll save the file and close it, and then just dive right into main.rs. So I'm going to delete the main function body, and we'll just re-add it later. To start, we'll do a couple of use statements. Let's use rand RNG, and then use rand distributions, distribution, and standard. Awesome. And let me squish this back so you can see more of the code. Great. Now let's declare a struct with the derived debug attribute, and the struct will be called point, and it'll have two parameters, an x and a y, and they're both integer 32 types. So let me do a little bit of typing. Bug. Okay, struct point. We'll have x, I32, y, I32. That's it. And then we're going to implement the distribution trait on our point type for standard so that it can allow random generation. So, IMPL implement distribution point for standard, which is what we imported from rand, and then we'll have a function called sample, and it takes type RNG plus sized, then input parameter self RNG mutable reference to R, and it returns a point. Okay. Next, we'll actually declare the sample function body. So let rand x rand y equals RNG gen, and then point, and so we'll return this point where x is rand x and y is rand y. Pretty chill. Okay, everything looks decent so far. Yeah. Okay. Just double checking. And now we can go into our main function body. So we'll do fn main, and then let mute binding RNG, and that will be rand thread RNG. Next we'll do let rand tuple equals RNG.gen. And then we're going to specify the types of the tuple elements. I32, integer 32, a boolean, and a float. And let's close that off. Lovely. And then let's do letter end point equals RNG gen. And this works because we implemented the sample, or we implemented distribution for standard. Otherwise, this would not work, and we'll comment that out and see what happens when we try to run this without that. And then to finish it off, let's do a couple println statements to output our random values. And we're using the debug format because we're not implementing the like print trait for this, so this just kind of makes it easier for us. And I'm going to copy paste this to minimize my chance of error while typing. Random point, random point. And then let's save this and do cargo run. Awesome. So we're downloading the rand crate. We'll compile our code and then execute it. It's thinking. Tends to be slower when everyone's on the internet. Right now it's definitely peak internet usage. And you can see a random tuple was created and a random point was created. Let's rerun this code without changing anything and see the values we get. And you'll notice that they are different. Okay. Finally, let's comment out this implementation block and see what happens. What kind of error message we get or don't. And you can see we got warnings like before, but also we needed to implement this trait that's missing, the distribution point for standard. So if we uncomment this and rerun, everything will work magically. Still got a warning, but that's fine. There's just dead code. That's all good. Okay, this was our quick tour of generating random values of a custom type with Rust. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Alex. You already know this is Code Along with Alex, but gotta remind you. Thanks again for hanging out. Hope to see you next time. Bye.